Chapter 20. Sri Sadguru said, Sri Bhagavan, the ocean of mercy, takes care of the well being of the single minded devotees. Well being is of two kinds, material and spiritual. One should be free of fears and apprehensions and should give up all means to attain well being. One who has totally surrendered to the Lord must not be disturbed in happiness or distress. Considering both to be God ordained, he should remain steady and happy. He should not pray for safety or relief, even in the face of danger and sorrow. He should consider himself to be the asset of the Lord and free of worry. He should surrender to him, thinking, Let the Lord, the actual owner of this property, myself, protect it if he wishes so. In the town Srirangam, there was an exemplary Vaishnava named Kuresha, Kuratalvar. He was a staunch ascetic and meditation of Sri Bhagavan was the only object of his life. Meditation of Sri Bhagavan, typo. He was as rich as an emperor. The moment he met Sri Ramanuja, he became a pure Vaishnava, developing complete detachment from all worldly affairs. His amicable and reputed wife followed her husband just like Devi Sita went with Lord Sri Rama. He had distributed all his wealth among the poor. He was meditating upon Lord Hari and was satisfied with alms. One day, this poor but exalted Vaishnava was starving, sitting on the front veranda of the house. He was engaged in Haribhajan. At that time, some Vaishnavas who were priests of Lord Sri Ranganatha's temple arrived there carrying the Mahaprasada of the Lord. Kuresha stood up in respect, prostrated before them, and with all surprise he asked them very kindly as follows. Kuresha asked, O illustrious Bhagavatas, how did you come to know of me, a poor starving man sitting on this veranda? The Vaishnavas replied, Bhagavan Sri Ranganatha commanded us thus, my prasada should be given to Kuresha. Sri Sadguru continued. Kuresha became sad to hear these words of the Vaishnavas. Immediately he turned to his wife standing beside him with palms folded very humbly and asked as follows. Kuresha asked, O lady, I am not worried even when I feel hungry. What do you think about my remaining hungry? Be bold to tell me that at once. His wife replied, I thought how parents could eat leaving their child hungry and thirsty at the portico. Kuresha said, O slender and innocent woman, you are related to me only in this particular birth. Even then, your bond of love for me has grown so strong. Lord Sripati, the repository of mercy, is my eternal kinsman. How can he forget me, his totally surrendered devotee? A mother takes care of her child even without being requested to do so. Does the child have to plead to the mother to be protected by her? He alone is a true Vaishnava who always seeks and perceives the mercy of Lord Keshava, the ocean of mercy, the Lord of Devi Lakshmi, and the ultimate refuge of all, present everywhere. Let Bhagavan, the repository of compassion, do what he pleases. So thinking, a man who has totally surrendered to the Lord should practice firm faith. The Vaishnavas are unnecessarily worried about getting food and shelter. Would Sri Bhagavan, who feeds and fends for the entire universe, ever forget his own devotees? Sri Sadguru continued. Kuresha, the best of the jnanis, spoke thus and accepted that prasada with all devotion. Along with his wife, he experienced untold bliss. His chaste and large-hearted wife ate the prasada of Sri Ranganatha. Consequently, she conceived a child for the sake of assuring the well-being of the entire world. As Sumitra gave birth to Lakshmana, she gave birth to a precious gem like son who enhanced the fortune and splendor of the ocean of the entire family of Vaishnavas. Sri Bhashyakara, the treasure chest of mercy, gave the child Sparsha Diksha, initiation given by a very touch, and named him Sri Parasharabhatta. Parasharabhatta, possessing innate wisdom, provided ever increasing joy to the Vaishnavas through his childhood pastimes. He used to play in the temple, always considering Lord Ranganatha to be his father and Goddess Ranganayaki to be his mother. In the meantime, a wicked Chola king, a Shaivite, became hostile towards Vaishnavas. He inflicted sufferings on the sadhus. The king had written on the palm leaf that there is no supreme truth about Sri Shiva. He urged all Vaishnavas to sign that. There is no supreme truth above Sri Shiva. He urged all Vaishnavas to sign that. The courageous Kuresha refused to sign it. Instead, he wrote, "There is Drona flower above over the head of Sri Shiva." The king became very angry. He had Kuresha and Sri Mahapurna forcibly brought to the court by his servants. Then he blinded the eyes of Sri Mahapurna. Kuresha himself plucked out his eyes with mixed emotions of joy and sorrow, and he set out for Srirangam. En route to Srirangam, Mahapurna died and reached the supreme abode. Kuresha had all his funeral rites systematically performed. Ramanuja was grief-stricken because of all these happenings and left for Thiruvananthapuram. After that, the Shaivites occupied Srirangam, which belonged to the Vaishnavas. Kuresha also left Srirangam along with his family members, staying at Tirumali Runcholai Sundara Shailam. Tirumali Runcholai Sundara Shailam, he worshipped Lord Sundaresha. Returning after 12 years, Ramanuja felt extremely sad to see his disciple blind. As urged by Sri Ramanuja, Kuresha prayed to Lord Sundaresha and was restored his lost vision due to the mercy of the Lord. Devotion to Sri Shiva with hostility towards Lord Vishnu is fruitless. Similarly, devotion to Lord Vishnu with hostility towards Sri Shiva yields no result. Like Ravana, that king had offended Lord Vishnu's devotees and committed an offense against the Lord himself. Hence, he stood to suffer despite being a devotee of Sri Shiva. He suffered from a fatal disease and died finally. The Vaishnavas returned to Srirangam and lived there happily. Kuresha conducted the wedding ceremony of his son when the latter entered youth. Parasharabhatta, who provided immense joy to Kuresha, spread the joy of Vishnu Bhakti everywhere and was living happily at Srirangam. Sri Parashara, well versed in all the Shastras, was held in high esteem by the entire society of Vaishnavas. As Vashishta was to Lord Rama, Garga was to Lord Krishna, Sri Parasharabhatta was the Purohita, advisor on religious matters, and preceptor to Lord Ranganatha. This ends chapter 20 entitled Kuresha Charitram of Book 2 of Sri Vaishnava Samhita, composed by Sri Sri Krishna Premi Swamigal.